Hi, 6th grade parents. I'm Mrs. Hotman, and I teach 6th grade math here at Hayes Middle School. I have your student for accelerated 6th grade math. So just to tell you a little bit about what accelerated math means, what that means is that your student is going to cover the same content as his or her 6th grade peers. We have 10 chapters in our math textbook. And so both classes, the regular classes and the accelerated classes, will go through that textbook. Your students in accelerated math are going to go through that textbook more quickly. And so they will finish it earlier in the year, and they will begin the 7th grade textbook and do the first 2 chapters out of the 7th grade textbook around April and May. So that is what accelerated math means. For your student. Maybe they've already shared that with you because we've discussed that in class briefly. If you have any further questions about that, you sure can email me and I'd be happy to visit with you about it. So just a little bit about myself. My family and we are expecting our 3rd daughter in October. I am due October 3rd, so I have just about a month left before I go on maternity leave. And so when our baby girl is born, I will be gone for 6 weeks. So I'll return mid-November. Not yet sure exactly who my sub will be, but we do have a couple people on deck, and they are both familiar with our building, and they both love math. So no matter who ends up taking my maternity leave for me, your students will be in good hands while I'm gone. A little bit about my homework policy. A lot of parents are curious to know about that. For math class, we do have homework on a pretty regular basis. And by homework, what I really mean by that is assignments that I've given students that they didn't have time to finish in class. I'm not going to give your student an assignment with intentions of them having to do the whole thing at home. It's more what they didn't get finished in class, they'll have to finish up outside of class. That does happen on a pretty regular basis with math. I do try my best to give students as much work time in class as I can every day. Some days will have more than others. So some days students might have more to finish up outside of class than others. But do keep in mind that since we are operating on a block schedule this year, students actually have 2 evenings to work on their homework before it's due. So for example, today was a gold day, which means your students didn't get homework today, but if they had gotten homework, it would not be due until Thursday, which is our next gold day. So I hope that makes sense. Also keep in mind that your students have seminar class daily, and that class is 45 minutes in the afternoon for students to work on homework. It's basically a study hall. So with having those things built into your student's schedule, I'm hoping that that means they're going to have less to do at home, and I will see a lot more completed work and a lot less missing and late work this year because those things are built into our students' schedules. If students come to class with their homework not done, my procedure for that is that I will email parents and let them know that their student didn't have their homework done for class. And then that student will report to my classroom the next morning at 7:40 to turn the homework in. So they'll go home, hopefully get it done that night, come the next morning and turn that homework in to me. If they report the next morning and their homework is not done yet, then they'll sit in my room in the morning before school and work on it so we can get that done. If they come and they turn in their homework and it's done and they're good to go, then they can just report to the gym as they normally would after they leave my room. Please know that if your student has questions about homework, they can always email me, and they're always welcome to stop by before or after school to ask questions. I'm almost always available, and they're always welcome to stop by if they need help. So please know that that's an option for your student, and I'm happy to see them and I'm happy to help them with those things. Students will complete their homework on our textbooks website, bigideasmath.com, and the students love completing their homework on the website because they get to check their answers as they work. And I love that students get instant feedback. So as they're working, if they're getting questions right, that helps build their confidence and they know they're doing well. That's a good thing. As they're working, if they're getting some questions wrong, then they know I need to ask questions about this and get some help with it. So the instant feedback is very powerful, I believe, and I really enjoy that for the students. Your student will also have a math folder that will contain their notes for math class. This is what I have the students use instead of a math textbook. Our math textbooks are pretty bulky and heavy, and I have found that students would rather carry the folder that fits in their chapter, and it doesn't take up so much space. It's just easier to keep track of. So in their folder, they will have notes that they can refer to when they're working on homework or working on assignments. And they also will have videos available to them that I will post on Canvas. So as your student is working on homework, if they are asking questions and they're asking for assistance, please have them refer to their notes in their folder. And if they need to rewatch any videos, they certainly can rewatch them as many times as they want. And you can watch those videos and look at those notes to help them answer questions as well. So even though they're not bringing a textbook home, they still do have some resources available to them. And on the Big Ideas website, where we do our homework, there is actually an ebook version available of the book, because sometimes I understand parents just would like to see the textbook and see the examples in the book. Makes sense. And so by the end of this week, your students will have their Big Ideas accounts set up and they'll know where to find that ebook. So if you're saying at home, I wish I could just see the textbook, they can show that to you. When your students come home, there are two places that you can look with them to see what their homework is if they have homework. One is their Yellow Falcon folder that the 6th grade team is using. And in the Yellow Falcon folder, that's where we've asked students to keep paper copies of their homework. And they also have a to-do list, which is like their agenda for the year. And in their to-do list, they are just writing down what homework they need to do outside of class. So you can check their Yellow Falcon folder to see what they need to do. You can also check their Canvas pages. On the Canvas pages, each teacher posts an agenda for the week, and it lists what's due and what we've done in class. And so your student can show you those things. That way you know what they need to be working on. I believe that's all I have to talk to you about. That's a quick version of all the information that you need to know for 6th grade. Please do not hesitate to email or call me or any of your students' teachers this year. If you need anything or have questions or concerns, we are here to help and we would love to hear from you. And we're looking forward to a great year. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.